Hey guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to the channel. This is Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. Please have a look around. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching the forecast. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you very, very much. Anybody that is interested in subscribing to a Patreon membership, you can go over to patreon.com and look up Engelgeist333 and choose a subscription level. There are readings over there. You do get the daily forecast a day early, and it's a great way to support me at a monthly level to help keep this content available to others that also enjoy it. So I appreciate all my Patreon subscribers in a big way. This is the daily forecast. We did yesterday's forecast. It was released this morning. For the week, it sets up the energy for not only Sunday, but also the underpinning energy of the week. We had a lot of chakra cards, upper chakra cards that were happening throughout this week. So it's going to be an interesting transitional week for people, I think. I think people are going to be moving up into their higher perspective, higher mind, trusting their knowing, working from their heart, from a place more based in compassion. That's my hope, especially with that Love Begins card. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would go back and watch Sunday's forecast from yesterday because it just seemed really powerful. And if that's the message for the greater collective, we're in for an interesting week of growth and improvement is my feeling, at least personal improvement. And if enough of us personally improve and rise up into our higher chakras, that's going to have a ripple effect out into the world. So we want to make sure that we actually do that or keep that as a focus. I am going to remind you that the grounding stone that underpins for the week is that element of relax. So keeping that in mind going through this week is going to be key. So keeping a level of relaxation and peace about us will be really important. So this is the daily forecast for Monday, the 13th of April. It is a timeless message, so if you're seeing this on a date that's not Monday the 13th, don't worry. Sometimes Spirit has a way of finding the message and getting it to you right when you're ready for it. So you don't have to turn this message off. It could be have some meaning for you in whatever you might be going through at this time. Other ways that you can support the channel if you'd like is please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you do subscribe. Follow my business page. You can message me for private readings there. Follow my Instagram at Engelgeist333 and book private readings, or if you like any of the decks that you see, please pull down the description menu and look for the Amazon affiliate links. If you're going to purchase them via Amazon, I get a small percentage of the sale, and that's another great way to help me and with the channel. Alright, so let's see what's going on for Monday. Let's see here. Interesting. So we have, this is the Five of Pentacles, I believe. Yes, this is the energy of Earth, right? Because it's the red border. So this is financial and material changes. For some reason, when I look at this, I kind of feel like there might be a little bit of stress with this card. I don't know why, but I'm getting pulled towards this red energy here. Some of us might be going through some financial changes. Obviously, we might be feeling the push of this self-isolation that we're in. But I do feel like with these lines going through the card and these different energy colors here, there are other options here. And when I think about that, that underpinning crown chakra card, to me, it feels like we need to kind of get into our higher awareness, not be quite so emotional. Don't let maybe frustrations, angers, as I'm looking at this card, let me just explain sort of what I'm feeling. This red here feels like the opportunity to get really frustrated with maybe our financial situation, worried, in fear, anxiety. This green here looks like it's an opportunity to possibly heal around it, find some calm, some nurturing, that sort of thing. Some of you might be experiencing sadness. There's a broad range of emotions. This section here, this section here is what I consider to be that crown chakra energy, that purple energy that we see in the crown, right? So there is this opportunity here where we might go through a broad range of changes around our emotions with our financial situation, but we kind of get to choose where we focus that energy or where we focus our intention. If anybody is, for some of you, it could be changing for the better. For some of you, you could be sort of bringing ideas together and creating new financial streams while we're in this sort of restrictive period. Some of you might be getting swept up in sort of the frustration or anxiety of it. Try not to allow that to be the place where you're at, right? We did see that crown chakra card, which says to me we need to trust our knowing and our higher sense of self. We need to kind of get up into those higher chakras and be more at peace and be able to relax during this week. So if you do find yourself looking at financial things or material gains, that sort of thing, and you're feeling a little bit maybe stressed out, remember there's alternate routes to take. There's alternate things to look at. There's alternate opportunities here that you maybe aren't necessarily seeing if you're sort of in a more scared or fearful place. For those of you that aren't, I would definitely say take some of these energies of healing or knowing, this more higher spiritual energy, and utilize those. Marry yourself. I love how the marriage ring here, the ring finger is here. Marry yourself to that higher self, or that perspective of that no matter what, I will be fine. No matter what, everything has always sort of worked out at some level. Like going back into our past, looking at situations where we thought it was dire and we weren't going to make it through, and we actually did. Now would be a time to focus on that if we are experiencing discomfort or anxiety around finances. Fives are always representational of change, right? So this being the Five of Pentacles, it says, you know, there is some change to happen here, but the change really is, as I'm looking at this card, I feel like the change really is within us as to what we choose to focus on, how we choose to focus our attention, and where we choose to place it is going to determine which way our sort of financial situation may go or steer towards, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind, guys. Now let me look at the vibrational energy deck. And remember that Love Begins card was tapped into that, which was like the Ace of Cups. So this is really about, and I look at this broad spectrum of colors. We've got the purple, the red, the blue, the green. There's all of these sort of different emotions maybe around our finances. It's a Monday morning. We're not back at work yet, or maybe some of us are waiting on our stimulus check. Don't freak out, right? Try not to allow that sort of frustration or whatever this red energy is that wants to sort of take over. It's maybe a little bit of a challenge, but we need to get up into that crown chakra and trust our inner knowing that we are going to be fine, that we are going to be able to see ourselves through this and be able to make sort of ends meet if need be. This doesn't necessarily have to surround money. It can be around material stuff, as far as, you know, the home's life situation, things in the home maybe breaking down, or, you know, the car needing repairs, things like that that are unforeseen, that sort of come up, that produce that change, that want to stimulate that kind of worry. I think this is showing up so that we can actively make that choice to live in that sort of Ace of Cups card and that crown chakra card, where we rise up into the higher chakras. We believe that we are going to be okay no matter what, that we will find a solution to whatever might be popping up in the present moment, and kind of live from that knowing and just take it in the moment, if that makes sense. So here is the vibrational energy deck, and to me, the card from this deck is Rain Dance. When I look at this, I feel like, sometimes I feel like she's running away, sometimes I feel like she's running towards. To me, right now, she feels like she's spinning. It feels like there is sort of a lot going on for us. This rain, to me, the clouds above her is sort of the unknown, and then she is in the rain, but she's enjoying herself. And this sort of, to me, brings me to this place of that giggle factor card that we saw yesterday. It's about keeping an open mind. Even if things look a little bit more bleak or a little bit more dire, we want to stay relaxed, we want to stay in joy, we want to take, if it literally, like you guys could literally, right now it's raining out here this morning, we woke to a giant thunderstorm, so you could literally go outside and dance in the rain if you wanted. Like, take a shitty situation and make the best of it that you can. When you do that, I want to say this, I love how she's dancing on this puddle and then the reflection is reflecting back to her. It's sort of like even in the adversity of the rain or the wetness of the puddle, her positivity will be mirrored back to her or given back to her in some way, shape, or form from the environment. So if we're worrying and we're giving out this sort of fiery, sort of negative energy or this anxiety, fear, aggravation, resentment, we're going to probably have that mirrored back to us. But if we're in a place of, say, sort of healing or nurturing ourselves or trusting our higher self that no matter what, we will get through this, even if we don't see the outcome completely, we will be able to have that mirrored back to us, even if the rest of the world looks like it's kind of maybe struggling or having a hard time. Okay, so keeping that idea of that love begins card and that higher self card, because that crown chakra card, because we want to rise up into those higher minded places where it's not so emotionally charged, right? And then, okay, this is an interesting stone. I don't think we've seen this stone yet. This came from New Jersey when I was in New Jersey. It is on malachite, and malachite is a stone that's associated with the throat chakra, which we've been seeing that card quite a bit in the last few forecasts. This throat chakra, it's also can be associated with the heart chakra because of the green nature of the color. This healing here. Namaste always means the God in me acknowledges the God in you. It's sort of like giving thanks. It's a greeting that's a spiritual greeting that's usually given upon departing from somebody. But to me, I feel like this is about giving spiritual thanks for the things that we do have, the needs that are met, trying to find those things and exemplify or amplify those moments, dance in those moments, have those moments and those realizations be reflected to you, even if there's things going on around you that don't necessarily feel as positive as they should, right? We are in a pandemic. There is a lot of restrictions on us right now. The world might have to get a little bit weirder before it gets better, but we need to keep ourselves in a space of mental clarity, peace, relaxation, joy, dance within the rain or within a situation that might otherwise feel like disempowering. We want to empower ourselves in it as much as possible. With this namaste, I feel like it's about giving thanks and honoring sort of not only others, but honoring the God that is within ourselves, honoring that spirit or soul that resides within us, and acknowledging that it might have the answers that you exactly need during this time, right? Ease up on yourself, enjoy yourself, don't let this tear you down, okay? Stay in that higher mind, stay in that idea of love begins, that Ace of Cups, stay in what feels good. Okay, you guys? So if those of you that are challenged this Monday, it's going to be your job to sort of find gratitude, find the joy in the small moments or in the, little achievements, and continue to move forward through this change. Change is always temporary and generally moves us on to better things that are more suited to us. So keeping that in mind also. All right, so that is your forecast for the day, you guys. I hope it makes sense. Please leave me a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. Let me know how your day is going. Are you struggling? Are you dealing with sort of financial fears? And if you are, leave me a comment as to what you think your solution might be, because that's what we need to find here. This rain dance, she's sort of a dark shadow in a way, so it feels like, she might be faking it till she makes it a little bit, but that's okay. We need to sort of drum up that energy and shift our energy and push ourselves forward, get ourselves up into that higher chakra, into that card of love begins, because this should be a really powerful, transformative week for us if we allow it to be and if we really pursue it in that way. All right, have a great day, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.